Final check-in now. Mike Yanni at Silk Road in Inglewood. Mike, talking holiday spices now.
Oh, if only, you guys, we had smell-o-vision, because everyone at home, if you could smell it, is amazing. Because, of course, at holidays, it's all about the cooking and the smells throughout your house. And you actually are mulling some cider here. What goes into this? I mean, you see all these different little pods and things like that. What is it?
Yeah, well, this is our mulling spice that we make ourselves. So this is ours right here. There's all different blends. People do different things, but we put really special spices in here.
So this is the Silk Road specialty right here.
So there's some cinnamon, there's allspice, we put mace, which is related to nutmeg, cardamom, clove, and some orange peel, which gives a really nice kind of citrus flavor too. And this is great for cider, great for mulled wine.
Oh, so you can do both?
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay, so you put your cider or your wine, you put a bit of this, maybe a couple tablespoons maybe?
Yeah, a couple tablespoons. We give you a recipe if you buy it, but yeah, a couple tablespoons for a liter. What we like to say though is you want the spices to infuse, and especially if you're doing wine, if it's sitting for too long, you'll burn off all your alcohol.
Oh,
so it's good to do it.
Don't want to do that now, do we?
That's wasting your wine. So, although you can use cheap wine for this, you don't need to use the good stuff because the spices are the flavor you want. But yeah, just to simmer it in a little bit of the wine first for like 10 minutes, just for the spices to kind of get going.
That's it.
Then add the rest of your wine, give it another 10 minutes.
So you want to extract the flavors and then add the good stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
You want to give it some time to simmer and have them really release their flavor.
I always assumed that you had to simmer mulled wine for 4 or 5 hours, but then
no,
you're left
you don't need
with
to. I do it and then I'll put it in a crock pot, and then it just sits there on warm, and it can, if you have people over or whatever, and yeah, strain the spices out.
I was going to say, you're probably going to strain that because, it doesn't really look that appetizing.
Well, generally,
right here.
we use little muslin bags, so you put the spices in here and you can just pull it out. But yeah, you don't want to leave this in for too long because they can actually get bitter if the spices are in for too long. So 15, 20 minutes until it tastes good to you. A little bit of brandy in there if it's mulled wine. That makes it even better.
Speaking of tasting.
Unfortunately, I don't have any brandy in there for you. It's a little early, but
this is the mulled apple cider.
yes.
That's really nice. Usually when you see it in the store, it's just basically, cinnamon and a few other things. It's nothing like that, though. I've never tasted mulled cider like this.
Yeah, well, it's way more complex with all those different flavors going on. Yeah.
Very delicious. There's over 300 different spices here at the Silk Road Spice Merchant in Inglewood. And you got to come check it out, especially for the holiday season, you guys. Things like this. This makes the holiday right here, and I think I'm going to just hang out here and finish this before I come back and see you guys.
Okay.
All right, we'll see if there's any ice cream left, or gelato rather, for Mike.